Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our new consultant training call. We've got some people that are coming back for more. We love that. And I am excited because this is our call one. So we're going to go back and do a little, we're going to go back to call one and not back, I shouldn't say that, but we're going to start with call one. I don't know. Long day today, so. I feel like we got a little bit, we dipped down into the low 60s already, if you can believe that.
I wish it would do that here.
Yeah, so I'm like, this temperature change. It was beautiful yesterday. It was probably 89 or whatever, but today dipped down. But anyway, okay. So we are recording now. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Louise, I did make you a co-host just in case, so you can kind of look at that. So give me just a second. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I just want to, again, welcome everybody. And I know you guys all shared with us. If you want to share again in the chat, you can share where you're from and who your recruiter director is. So we are going to move on to that next screen. Okay, so I love our mission statement. And I think this just says everything. Enriching lives, one meal, one memory at a time. It's just perfect for us. So we are glad that you are here. I am going to turn I'm going to turn it over to Louise, who is going to go ahead and talk a little for us.
All right. So my name is Louise Morris, and I am in Houston, Texas, and I have been with Pampered Chef for almost 16 years. And I'm going to start off talking about your why. You want to find out or know what your why is. Why did you decide to become a Pampered Chef consultant? It's important to have a clear why so you can focus on your ultimate goal when things are going well, and so you can stay motivated when the journey becomes challenging. So y'all take a moment and reflect and think about, why did you start to sell Pampered Chef? All right, next one. Can I do it down there at the bottom? Okay, so maybe it's because you want to have more of the little things, your coffees in the morning, going out to lunch with friends. Maybe you have kids that are in sports and you need to have their athletic equipment, or whatever the smaller things are that you are doing the business for. Or maybe you need to pay your bills. Maybe this helps with your household budget. Maybe you need to pay off a credit card, a student loan. Maybe you need to pay your mortgage, your light bill, whatever it is. Maybe that's why you are doing Pampered Chef. Maybe you would like a new vehicle. Maybe you want to invest in a camper. So that would be a bigger a down payment for something larger. And also working for yourself to replace a full-time job. Maybe that's your ultimate goal. Start Pampered Chef now and then eventually replace that full-time job where you can work from, set your own hours. I was working at a preschool when I started, and my why was super clear and super easy. I needed to replace all the carpeting downstairs with hardwoods. I had already ripped up the carpeting because it smelled bad. I had an old dog, so y'all get the picture. So I had my clear why. I ripped it up down to the concrete. So I had to replace the floors. So that kept me going. And of course, the longer you're in the business, your why is going to change. You know, as you accomplish one mission, once you sign off on one credit card, or you paid off that last student debt, your why is going to change. But you always need to have something that you're grabbing for. Pampered Chef does offer us an incentive every year, and this is one of my biggest whys, is every year we get the ability to earn a trip for free. We have a whole year to earn it. So that's another one of my whys, because I wouldn't be able to go on these amazing trips unless I get to earn it for free. So that's one of my whys. So Pampered Chef kind of gives us one there. Having a flexible schedule, extra income, all that makes a happier you.
Yes.
Okay, next.
I know. I don't know why it's not going.
Okay, that's okay. So now let's dream a little bit. You'll have to figure out your why, like you can't come up with it, but in the chat, just go ahead and throw some things out there, like why did you sign up for Pampered Chef? Why did you decide to get your business going? What makes you work? What makes you get up? What makes you pick up the phone or text message somebody? So put that in the chat so we can all read those. And now let's dream a little bit. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you like your Pampered Chef business to look like? I see somebody, Jennifer, saying aspire to be her own boss. That's good. That's always good. Other people put yours in there as well. So maybe you want, let's see, to drill a well on my property in Missouri. Well, now that one I've never heard before. I don't know anything about drilling a well, but I'm sure it's pricey. So
I want to drill a well on my property. Oh, I'm thinking of oil well.
Oh my, it costs $15,000. Well, there you go, Tasha. That's
There
a
you
lot.
go.
Belle says send her granddaughter to college in financial freedom. Oh my gosh, imagine being able to send your granddaughter to college. Imagine how that would make you feel.
Yeah.
How your granddaughter would feel. That's amazing. That's a good one. All right, so Patty, let's go to the next screen.
Yeah. Love all your whys.
I think great whys. So this says, do you want a successful business? Well, obviously you're here on the call, so that would lead me to believe, yes, you do want a successful business. So all you have to do is start with 4 shows a week. So everyone say that together, 4 shows a week, no matter what. Grow your business.
4 shows a week.
Yay. All right, so to hold 4 shows a week, you're gonna wanna book 6 shows. And the reason is because not all the shows will qualify. Remember, a qualifying show is $200, or not everybody will follow through with their commitment to host a party. Life happens, people get busy, it's things that are beyond our control. So if you can book 6 a week, then you'll know for sure 4 of them will work out. All right. All right, so now let's take a look at the numbers. So if you did 4 shows a week at $400, now let's bear in mind the company show average is higher. It's actually $500, but since we're all new here, we're gonna say it's $400. And if you did your 4 shows at $400, that's $1,600 a week in sales. Now, times that by 4 weeks in a month, that's going to be $6,400. And you're going to be getting the 25% commission level, because remember, the more you sell in the month, the higher your commission level increases. So that would be at a 25% commission. You're going to make $1,600. So who could use an extra $1,600 a month? Me.
Everybody, I think, right?
I think everybody. Man, yeah.
Whoa, Chloe.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And if you don't need that $1,600 a month, you put it in savings and you save it for a rainy day when you will need it. Now,
Go take a bath. Go take a shower.
okay. Okay, now let's say that we increased that and we did 6 shows a month. Obviously, there's no limit. You could do 6 or 8 or whatever, but let's just say that you did 6 at the $400 per show. That would give you $2,400 for the week, times the 4 weeks in the month will give you $9,600. You're going to be getting that 25% commission. You're making $2,400.
Oh
That's a lot of money. $2,400 for working virtually. Probably we're probably all still virtual, not actually cooking. We're using our phones. We're on Facebook, which we're probably on anyway, and you're making $2,400. Now, another way to increase that, and this is the choice that I like, if you increase your show average. So the company's, like I said, is $500. So if you just increase that to $500 and you stick with the 4 shows, that would be $2,000 a month. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just going to have a higher show average for all my shows, and then I don't have to do as many shows. Right?
Right.
So just think about the numbers. So, if you have a number that you need to do each month, you can work that way too. You can work backwards. So set your if you want to set a monetary goal, set that and then figure out how many shows you need to do, but always do at least 4 shows. All right, next.
Okay.
That's you.
So, we want to make sure that we're, I love the idea. Louise talked about the idea of setting goals, but let's talk about setting SMART goals. So what is a SMART goal, you may ask yourself? So SMART goal is, S is for specific. So you want to have a specific goal. So a goal. So what are you targeting? Is it a career title? Are you looking at, if you've been in for a little bit, maybe you finally came across the incentive trip, the excellence awards, are you looking for more sales bookings? Louise talked about doing $9,600, getting a paycheck of $2,400. Hey, who's in for that? That's pretty good there. So what is it specifically that you're looking for? That's the first thing, because you want to hit a target. It's like those bullseyes. You want to make sure that you're hitting that target or somewhere near that target there. So you've got to have very specific. And then M is for measurable. So how are you going to measure a goal? All right. What does that look like? So maybe by the number of shows that you get. Maybe by the number of bookings that you get. So that's how you're going to measure a goal. Actionable. You want to make sure it's actionable. So actionable is, what actions are you going to take to achieve your goal? And relevant is why it's important to you. So what is that going to mean for you? Maybe what's it going to mean for your family, or like your granddaughter that you were talking about and paying for her college? What is that going to mean for you and them? And then time bound. When are you going to do that? That is the most important thing, is by putting a time on that. I'm going to do this, and when you never have a time date, it could be forever. Then it's not really a goal. It's kind of just like a dream, something that you're thinking about. But a goal makes it concrete. So take your dreams and turn them into concrete. Okay, so let's see what that kind of looks like. If we take it apart, and you're a brand new consultant and you want to get maybe qualified in your first 90 days, how would that sound? Earn all those rewards. You talked about the knife, you talked about earning a lot of the products there. What would that look like? So you're going to measure that in your first 30 days. It's the $500. It's the $1,250 in sales for every $1,250 in sales that you do. So that's going to be your measurement there, the action for that. So we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but you're going to have to contact people so that you get all those shows on your calendar. You want to get at least 4 shows a week, and you're going to contact them until you do have a full schedule, because that's what's going to be important to you. What's the relevant? So the relevant is, you earn level 1 in the rewards, or earn level 2, or you earn every single reward throughout you earn that knife block set. And then it's time bound. So you actually have a time limit on this, isn't that right? So your time limit is your 90 days. You get 90 plus a little bit more days in there. So that's what that's going to look like for you. Whoops. Anybody have any questions on this? We all get that, right?
What if you're sending out like 30 messages to people a day, asking them to book, and nobody's answering you, and everybody's saying no? What do you do? And I mean, I've gone back and like bragged about the 60% off this month, and the 3 parties, the $50 extra that they get for it. And I mean, nobody's biting. What do I do?
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about, going over some of those objections, but an answer to yours is that, and I got to say, it's not uncommon, right? It's not uncommon if you put that out there, and, because people will look at it, but people don't typically, and I'm assuming that you're talking about Facebook, is that right?
Yeah, in the private message.
And in the private
I posted in my business page and on my personal page.
Okay, so here's what happens is people don't get on Facebook to buy or join a team. They're not getting on Facebook and going, oh, let's see what I can buy today. It's typically not that way. And, you know, when you throw messages out there, that's why it's really important when you do kind of a one-on-one. And we're going to go over some of those messages there, but you want to make it, you know how you get excited about the products and why
Yeah.
you're in this? You know, so you have to excite people about those kinds of things. Like, what excites you about that? You know, did you want? You wanted the knife block set, right, Belle?
Yeah. And
Okay,
the quick
what?
cooker, I got that coming.
What is it?
The quick cooker, I got coming.
Okay, the quick cooker. What excites you? You seem to be really excited about the knives. What excites you about the knives? What excites you about that?
Because from the videos that I've seen, they're awesome. They cut things so easily, and all the knives I got, and I got some nice knives. They don't work like that.
No,
They
and
don't
these,
make things
honestly, they
easier.
truthfully do. I mean, I don't know if you saw them in person or if it was just a virtual, but honestly, they work. They are
I got
amazing.
that. I got the one little Suzuki,
Oh.
whatever. I got that, and I love it.
Yeah. So you did. You got a taste of it. You're like, oh my gosh, all my knives should be like this, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's what you need to convey to people. You have to make it like you got to have this, because, you know, people they're cutting with the knives that you may have at home. Typically people don't, you know, they don't know about really good quality knives or really good quality products. People will buy a $10 or less than that knife, or maybe just a couple dollars, or spatulas or scrapers or whatever it is that they're buying. And you've got to say why you absolutely love this. So you've got to pique their interest in this. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to talk more about that. So here we go. Here's all the different levels. So this is me, Louise, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Isn't that bad? We don't have our names on it. Right?
Wait,
Is this you?
no, you're doing
Okay.
through 11.
Okay. Okay. I'm good. All right. Okay. All right. So here's that $500. Here is that egg cooker. Somebody just said that they earned that,
Me.
right?
Me.
Yay! You are going to love that. That's kind of something that I use 2 to 3 times a week. I absolutely love it, and all the different things that you can use with it, because it says ceramic egg cooker, but honestly, you can do a handful of broccoli in there with an ice cube and microwave it, and you will have your cooked broccoli. You can have, you can do a cake in there. You can do an omelet in there. There's lots of different things that you can do in there. And that's why they love it. And I love our scrapers. Our silicone scrapers are amazing. So that's for the 500.
You can also do small. I'm sorry, I thought you were stop talking. You can also do like if you just want something sweet, you can do like a small cake, or just one brownie or something if you have a recipe for those.
Yeah.
Those are real good in there also.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then of course, get a piece of cookware, $12.50 in sales, which probably would equal out to be 2 to 3 shows, depending on the sales. Louise talked about getting that show average up there. That's what you got to do. And of course, then in your next level, it's $2,500 in sales. And this is an amazing pan, the nonstick, our stainless nonstick pans. Honestly, most of the time, I'm grabbing one of these pans. They are totally amazing. You will find that they give you what the stainless does, and yet they have that nonstick surface on there. So really a good piece to have on hand. And of course, at the $500 level in your first 90 days, you're going to get the knife block set. So there you have it. Oops, is it going? Not going. Okay, beyond the kit. So what does that look like? We are here to inspire you to think about building your team. And I don't know, but if you don't, you should know this. So did you know that you can earn $100 cash, $100 cash on top of what you are already earning for each new team member that you add in your first 90 days? They have to qualify within their, by submitting their $12.50 in their first 90 days as well. But $100 cash. That's amazing. So imagine if you recruited 5 or 10. Can anybody use an extra $500, $1,000? That would be pretty
That's
awesome.
just good.
There you go. Plus, you're going to get $50 in Pampered Chef dollars. to spend on things like paperwork, supplies, catalogs, things like that. So may the year 2020 bring a fresh start, new aspirations, and inspiring successes. Walk with grace and achieve greater heights. Oh, this is still me. Okay. Ooh, I know it looks like it's red, white, and blue, but does anybody see green?
I do.
That's right. There's the money. All right. So you guys are all, for most of you are in your first 90 days. So when you promote to director, and you need to know this, because I don't want, I want everybody to realize that, look what you can get. You can get, when you promote to director in your first 90 days, an extra $500 cash bonus. So they are throwing money at you. And then when you promote to director and you're paid as a director for the next 3 months, you will get another $500, okay? Another cash bonus. So hopefully you guys are adding all this up, because there'll be a question at the very end of this. And then when you promote to advanced director within your first 6 months, okay? That's by promoting another director in your downline, one of your recruits. You will get an additional $1,000. So these are all adding up here. And then when you're paid as an advanced director for the next 3 months, you will get another $1,000. So does anybody, well, it says it right there. So hopefully you were adding up in your mind, in your head there. It's $3,000 cash total. Does anybody need an extra $3,000? Seriously, that's right. You need an extra 15,000. Isn't that right?
Amen.
Yeah, you do. You need an extra 15,000. So yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we talked about the $100 cash, but as a leader, you'll get even more to grow your team and your business. You're going to get the chance to earn the new samples. So all the new samples that came out, you have an opportunity to not only just earn them, but you will get them for free. Okay. So you can earn them as a consultant, but you can also get them free as a director. So you can get 2 sets. So if you love our products, double down on those things. Access to monthly webinars just for leaders. There's a dedicated Facebook group so that they help you work through things for leaders. Specialized training for leaders. So every single month we have specialized training. I should say every single month, but they're always adding things in that group. Resources to plan team meetings. So these team meetings are easy as, going through a PowerPoint that they give you, and then exclusive recognition when you do promote. So at Pampered Chef, we are cheering you on because we want to make this business your own. And our number one priority is your success. So we want to celebrate and reward you with when you hit major milestones. Whoop, whoop.
All right, so where do you start? I love this saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You just have to get started. You have to have that step forward. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so this is called your launch list. So how many of you guys have seen this before? Who has been on to the Dash training and has seen this? And has anybody actually started it? So Tasha has, Belle. I can't see, the other people are X'd out.
Yeah.
Jennifer, okay, great, awesome. So this is your launch list that you can actually print out, but you can also just grab a notebook. I like to use different colored notebooks. And you're gonna wanna write down the first 5 names that pop into your head in each category. Then you can go back later and you can add to those names. But if you just think off the top of your head, the first 5 people that come to mind first are the people you're going to want to start with. So obviously your friends. Who are your besties? Who are your ride and die? Who would, you contact for an emergency or whatever? Your best friends. Your neighbors. Your new neighbors or your old neighbors. Relatives. I'm sure you have aunts, nieces, cousins. Think of 5 people to help you get started with your business. Coworkers. Now these can be coworkers currently, or they could be coworkers that you work with 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, it doesn't really matter, but who are the top 5 people that come to mind right away, and then write them down. Your holiday greeting card list. Now, I still send out Christmas cards, so I have a huge holiday greeting card list. So think of the 5 that come to mind first. Write them down. Your digital contacts. Oh my gosh, how many people do you have in your phone? It's crazy how many contacts you actually have in your phone. So think of the top 5 people that come to mind. Your community connection people. So people like at your grocery store that you see on a daily basis, or get your hair done, or your nail salon, that kind of thing. Your phone favorites. Think of people that you are always in communication with. Who do you talk to all the time? I have a favorites on my phone, and it's my closest family members are on there. So start with those people. Your friends' parents. Heck, that's someone to ask, right? So we all have friends. They all have parents. Write them down. Or your favorite foodies. We all have those friends that take pictures of their food and post them all over social media. Reach out to your favorite 5 foodies. So once you have your first list of 5 in each of those categories, then you can build on those, add more people to your list. And this is like an ongoing list. Like I still have lists, and I keep adding to lists and new notebooks, and you want to keep track of, which we'll talk about later, how to keep track of all of your lists. But that's how you're going to get started. That's your first step. All right, Patty?
Sometimes it goes. Okay. I think this is actually me. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is me. Okay. 8 contacts a day will pave the way. So we want to make 4 is good, 6 is better, but 8 will make you great. And so we all get the exact same 365 days a year. The only difference is what we do with our time. So that will make the biggest difference. So Louise said it, the importance of contacts and continuing. Now she's celebrating 16 years. She talked about that. I just celebrated 30 years. You know what? And don't think that we just have people that knock on our doors. That's not true at all. We have to go after those contacts all the time. And it makes it a whole lot easier if you make a habit out of it. So I will say that is probably one of the things that you will continue to do throughout your business. Meet new people and think about, hey, this person might be a great person that could help me, or that would love to get, because they love to entertain, or they love products, how people love some of those gadgety kind of things. So think about all of those people and start writing them down, just like she said. So here are some things that you can reach out to people. So Val, I wasn't sure what you were sending, or writing them, but if you guys, we'll make sure that, we're videotaping this and recording this, videotaping. Oh my gosh, Patty. Anyway, we're recording this. That's a blooper. That's what we call a blooper. Anywho, if you want to take a picture of this, you can screenshot it, or you can just get your camera out here. We're going to have 2 of them for you. We have one here, and then I'll do the next one. So this is a virtual reaching out to potential hosts. Hey, whatever their name is, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because why did you start doing Pampered Chef? Find out your reason that you're doing that. I am looking for friends who can help me by doing a fun virtual party starting on whatever day that Friday would be, or the next Friday would be. I'll set it all up and you invite your friends. It's as easy for you to get some great products for free and a discount. And I really appreciate your help getting my business started. What do you say? Now I want you to think about this, or watch how it's written there. It doesn't say well, let me go to the next one first. Okay, so I'm, using one of these things, and really it's better. I mean, it's great if you're posting them online, but really you're not going to get a lot of, it's just not going to happen that you're going to get a lot of people responding to anything that you just post. But here is here, and it says great verbiage for you to use to get more hosts for the next week. Message 15 to 20 people. Another screenshot or take a picture of this. Hi, I'm now a Pampered Chef consultant. Very exciting. I am setting up my first round of virtual parties and would love to include you as one of my hosts. What does that take, you ask? Very simple. Just say yes, and then I do the rest. I'll have a couple of quick tasks for you each day, no more than 5 minutes. At the end of the week, you'll have a nice shopping spree, and you'll be helping me launch too. I think you'll love the party experience as well. You'll learn lots, and your friends will really enjoy it. What do you think? Can I count on you? So this is kind of one of those things that, you know, it's not, how do I say that? Like can I count you in? And I love the other one because it's actually giving you some dates that you have open. And maybe something else that you can use is something like, I thought of you because, you know, I thought of you because, and I said that before, I thought of you because I know how much you love to cook. I know how much you love to bake. I know how much you love to entertain. I know how much you're always looking for new recipes. You can think of a million things and find out why they would love it. They just love the gadgets, whatever it may be with them, but that's what you can share with them because these are the people that you're reaching out to. You're going to know them. So does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Like making it personalized, because I think that that will make a difference. So I would definitely say that. So this is kind of personalizing things and then giving them an option of this day or that day. Or the other thing that I love that's not in here is, can I practice? I think a lot of when I went to a virtual party thing, it was about practicing. You know, would you mind if I practiced on you and a few of your friends? Okay. And I think that that's a really good one because people are willing to help. Yeah, sure. You can practice. So I hope you'll find something out of here that you can take and that you will use and customize your verbiage to your friends or your potential hosts. Okay, this is not me.
All right, this is me. So now you have your hosts and you're ready to get started with your first parties. I also just want to throw out there, I don't know if you knew this before, but you want to start all your parties on the same day. You don't want to have a party starting Monday, a party starting Wednesday, one starting on Saturday. That would be way too confusing and a brain overload. So you want to make sure if you do have one party or 8 parties, you want to make sure that in the week they're starting on the same day of the week to make it easier for yourself. Now, host coaching. What is host coaching? Supporting your host before, during, and after the party. The host plays one of the most important roles in having an engaging and fun party. Host coaching will set them up for success. Why is it important? When host coaching is done effectively, you will see better attendance, a better party experience for guests, and a more compelling story to share the business opportunity. So most people don't know what they're supposed to do, so you have to help them so they know what they're supposed to be doing. Because if I wasn't doing Pampered Chef and somebody came up to me and asked me to host a party virtually, I would be like, what do you want me to do? And that's how your people are when you ask them. They have no idea. So you have to give them the step-by-step instructions of how to do it. All right, next. All right, a host who feels unsecure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. That is absolutely true. If they are like have no idea what they're supposed to be doing, or they don't even understand, they don't know what they're going to get out of it. Like, why would I do it? I don't even know what I'm going to get out of it. They're probably going to cancel. It takes just a minute. Oh, I can't even speak. Sorry. It takes just as much time to do a little show as a great big one. Every host wants to be successful, but doesn't know the fine points of having a successful show. A host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. A host who feels successful will tell her friends how easy it was to host and encourage future bookings, which is so true, so true. Host coaching is simply a collaboration between you and your host. You're working together. Your host is counting on you to support them to have a successful show. This is your host only shot. Well, not really their only, because they can always host again. But for this particular party, this is their time to get as much free products, half price products as possible. It's not something you're going to do to them. It's something you are doing for them. I also wanted to say in the beginning, you do ask people to host a party to help you launch your business, but later on, you're going to not actually use those words. They're not helping you. You're helping them. So you want to kind of, once you get your parties going, you kind of need to change your verbiage a little bit because you are the one that's helping them to get the free stuff, right? Sometimes it may feel uncomfortable coaching those that are closest to us, like your closest best friends and your family members. Absolutely, it feels very awkward. To make it more comfortable, ask them for permission to practice your host coaching on them using some of the scripts provided in the training courses. This is so true. You know, your friends are your worst hecklers as well. And I can remember my first cooking party, my friend was the worst heckler of all of them. But anyway, they are the hardest people to coach. You don't want to feel like you're being bossy with your friends. But if you just say, I need to practice, I need to do my host coaching just like I would be doing host coaching for a stranger that I don't know. So I need to get this down packed. So I'm going to treat you not as a friend, but as my very important host. All right, and the next one, please. All right, so let your host know why you are excited about their party. Find out what they are most excited about. Ask them what is on their wish list. Have the host welcome guests into the party. Message them with daily tasks to post in the party. All right, so let's go back up. Let your host know what you are excited about their party. I mean, you're excited because you're going to get to help them get any item they want for 60% off this month. They can pick any item. That's pretty exciting. So find out what are they most excited to get. What do they want to get with their 60% off item? And then that way you can like build that up in the party as well. And you can keep reminding your host that they're going to get that for 60% off. Ask them what's on their wish list. You know, some hosts have like huge long wish lists. So obviously, you know, they're going to want to say to them, look, you have X amount on your wish list. You know, you want to shoot for at least a $600 party so that you can get most of these for free, and then you're going to be earning the half price items. If your host is welcoming your guests to the party, it makes your guests feel that your host is actually there. Does that make sense? So obviously you want to welcome them as well, but it is your host party. So just like if your host was having a cooking party at her home, she would be welcoming the guests. She wouldn't be, you know, having people come into her house and then she'd go hide out in the bedroom or something. She would be welcoming the guests. So you want to make sure that you host coach and let your host know that she needs to treat this just like it would be if they were in their home. That's what I tell my hosts. Treat this virtual party like you would if people were coming into your house. And then you want to message your host with daily tasks to post into the party. So I first of all, I asked my host, because some people don't even look at Messenger, I've found out. So just ask your host if they like Messenger or text messaging better. And then you want to give them something every single day to post in the party. Now, there is an amazing whole host coaching section for you in Consultants Corner once you have the party set up and you're on the overview page, the party page. What's that called, Patty? Parties and order screen. That's it. The parties and order screen. Right there, once you have the party set up, and you'll see where it's circled right there, it says host coaching. So when you click on that, it opens up a whole bunch of stuff. It gives you an email that you can send to your host. It's got a little verbiage there, but I always add my own little verbiage to it. You can add this month's hostess special. You can add an outside order form just by clicking. You could add the guest special for the month. And then I also copy and paste the host dashboard. And I also put that link in that email for them as well. And then I also will message or text, whatever they prefer, the host dashboard as well, so that they have that, and I explain what the host dashboard is. Under that host coaching tab also, it gives you what to talk about. So it's very easy to know, like, what should I be talking to my hosts about, right? All right, is there another one after this? All right, so building relationship with customers in a virtual party. Is this me too? I think so.
Yeah.
So if people like you, they will listen to you, but if they trust you, they will do business with you. So you need to be, what's the word I want? Honorable? Is that the right word? Obviously you want to be likable. I think we're all pretty likable, but you also want to be trustworthy. So if you say you're going to do something, then you have to do it. If somebody asks you a question, what's the price of this, or whatever, or how do you like this product, be honest with them. If you don't know how that product works, don't make something up. Just say, I don't actually have that product, but let me find out some more information for you, and then get back to them. People do business with people they know, like, and trust.
So true.
Yes.
So true. Okay. Here's a good one. Overcoming objections. What do you feel like when you hear the word no? Can anybody tell me?
Discouraged.
Discouraged. Yeah. What is it? Defeated?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been hearing it a lot lately.
All right, Belle. Oh, okay. You know what? I came across something and I decided that I was just going to share this with you guys because it's not a good feeling. But here's a little encouragement for you. It's a one-word answer, the word no. Some people really have a tough time accepting the fact that they're going to hear the word no fairly often. How many times do your kids say no to you? If you have kids, your husband, anybody, you know what I mean? Think about that. People do, they feel discouraged and they feel rejected and they look at the word no as a negative. And nothing could be further from the truth. But I want to say the word no simply means changes. Think about it. Yes. When you ask a host and she says no, tell me what changed. Did anything change when she says the word no? No, I'm not interested. Did anything change? Is she still your neighbor? Did your income go up or down? No. Nothing changed. But just imagine if they did say yes. What changes? What would change if they did say yes? Would you have a party?
More opportunities.
More opportunities, absolutely. So my point is it's not a great word, but it's a word that you have to, so that's the reason that people say, go get 100 no's. And what they mean by that is when Louise was talking about making those contacts, it's typically a two-way contact because you want to make sure that you get some kind of response. Because sometimes, and I know, Belle, you said, maybe they're not answering you, but honestly, what if it so happens that someone is standing at the line and happens to open up that Facebook Messenger and starts to read it, and then all of a sudden is distracted because they're the next person that's up in line, or their kid interrupts them, or they're all of a sudden realizing, oh my gosh, I got to get the clothes out because the buzzer's ringing in the dryer. I mean, I'm doing things all the time and I'm easily distracted by that little squirrely thing over there. So I'm just saying to you, and then they never get back to you. And then you're like, well, they never got back to me. But so that's what's important. Go back to them. Say, I don't know if you saw this or not. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give up. And the two-way no, what I meant by that is that they do have to respond to you. So if you're looking for two-way contacts every single day, you are looking for some kind of response. The response could be a no, but I'm going to tell you, every single no that you get gets you closer to a yes, because some people will say yes. And some people might not say no, not right now. And they're not saying no, I don't like this. They're just saying no, maybe now is not a good time. And so would you mind if I could follow up with you? You know, that's all I'm saying about that. So it brought me to mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's about those 100 no's. So I'm going to challenge you to get 100 no's, because I know it's going to take a very long time, because they actually have to say no to you. They might say, it's not, now's not a good time. It's not a no, is it? It's just, it's not a good time. So you have to follow up with them.
You know, Patty, what I did, I saw a really cool thing on Facebook. It was called a booking challenge.
Yes.
And basically you just put out 100 squares on a page. You can draw it or you can put it on a computer, and you put the person's names that you're talking to, whether they gave you a yes or no. And I've had plenty where my page went 12, 15 no's, and then yes, yes, no, 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 yes, 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 no. And I look back at that, it's been a few months, but I've been there, and I don't get a yes every time either. Of course, it's hard,
Right.
but if you can look back where you've been and say, hey, yeah, it's the business, it's the way it is. And you just have to grow from that and continue to move on. The booking box challenge really helped me.
Oh my gosh, do you guys hear that? There is 100. All I have to do is search for the 100 no's. I didn't pay you to say that, right?
No.
I'm just saying, everybody. I'm just saying. So if you know that that's what you need to do, then you got to do it, right? I
Right.
mean, it really does help. So you've got to continue to do that, but you've got to get that response back, right? Yes. Okay. So problem solvers, that's our mission. Did I go too far? No. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. When we get an objection, do we give up or do we say, okay? So we try to walk through these objections. So let's see what happens. We often hear things like, you know what, if somebody says, I don't have any friends, you know, I don't even have the time, or, you know, no one is working right now. So people don't maybe have the money. So what do we say when that happens? We have to be problem solvers and solution givers. Okay. Because if you just said, oh, okay. So sometimes when people say that, I think they mean like, well, maybe you could say something that would talk me into that, you know, like, you know, they're not saying no, they're saying, no, I don't really have any friends. This never works out for me. So they're like, hey, maybe you would say something to make this, you know, make this actually work out. So we have to be, and I said that, yeah, and offer a solution. So here's the field, felt, found approach. An objection is not a rejection. It's simply a request for more information. So always think of it like that, like they're looking for, tell me more. So I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found was, and then whatever it may be. So let's take the objection, no one is working right now. Wow, I totally understand how you feel. You know what? I felt the same way too. But what I found is that many of our friends are still working, and they're working from home, cooking more at home now than ever before, and looking for a fun distraction that can benefit their family. Let's give it a try and let's see what happens. Sound good? Let's set it up. How does that sound or feel? How is that?
Good.
Is that good?
Sounds real good.
Okay, good.
Positive, upbeat.
Yes.
There you go. See? We're going to be solution oriented. Everybody on this call, we're going to have all new names here. We're going to be solution oriented Jennifer, solution oriented Belle, solution oriented. Common objections that we hear is, I don't have enough time to host a party. Well, I don't know how much time they think it takes, but I know that we're all really busy these days, but it makes it much better when we take the time to get together with our friends, even if it is virtual, right? It's so much fun, and it takes a lot less time than you might think. So all you need is really 5-10 minutes a day. You want people to check in. Like Louise said, that whole host coaching thing, you're going to give them a couple tasks a day. You want to make sure that they're checking in. Otherwise, it's kind of like somebody's, you know, like your host standing on the front lawn or standing somewhere, not in anywhere in the room when you're hosting a regular show. So you want to make sure that she is present. All you need is 5-10 minutes a day. Nothing to lose. Let's give it a try. So there you go. Problem solvers. I don't know anyone. I don't have any friends. I understand that this is hard to know who to invite. Fortunately, there are tons of people who really love Pampered Chef because honestly, the one response that I get when I say that I am a Pampered Chef consultant, and Louise can probably sing this with me, is, oh my gosh, I love Pampered Chef. Everybody. I mean, honestly, that is the one response we get all the time. So I can help you. Let me help you. Let me see if I can brainstorm and we can brainstorm a list together. What if we work together to get started? Okay, that's another thing. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy. Lots of people have that. I completely understand. We offer great products that are under $50. I can't even remember what the number now is for products that are under $30. I mean, that was like 200.
Wasn't it 80% of the catalog?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's posted in my team page. So what that looks like, of what the percentage of products are at $20 and under, $10 and under.
I would say on that one, we offer a lot of great products that are under $30.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to change that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there, and here's the thing. Don't worry. There is absolutely no pressure to buy anything. My goal is to provide a great time and saving mealtime tips and products that will make it fun for everybody in the event. That's what you're there to do. You're encouraging people, like here, like a lot of my parties, you might theme a party to be like what's that called? One-pan meals. Who would not love a one-pan meal? Who would not love to get ideas for a one-pan meal? Anybody? Or how about a 30-minute meal? Right? Could be the exact same thing. It's the exact same recipe. We're just giving it a new spin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all of those things. Like, what is that one, Louise, where you're changing a few of the ingredients? Smart swaps. So you're swapping out some of the fatty things and you're adding in, like tonight we had Greek yogurt instead of having sour cream, right? So there's lots of different things that you can do. And people love that stuff. They love that. The number one, I think, searched for is people love recipes. They love recipes. Is today Tuesday? It is. So today's Taco Tuesday. I'm telling you, this whole weekend, I don't know what day it is. And you know what? The funniest thing I saw is, remember when we were little, and I never had those little underwears where there were Sunday through Saturday. I need those underwears because I don't know what day of the week it is. Can I tell you? I'm going to go out and get me a set of those. Although I don't know if I fit in those little baby things anymore. But anyway, sorry about that. I don't even know where I was going with that. But where was I going with that, Louise? Somebody help me. Where was I going?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. All right. Taco Tuesday. All right. Who would
Meatless Monday.
Meatless Monday. Taco Tuesday. People love Taco Day. I mean, like, oh
Turkey
my God.
Thursday.
What is it?
Turkey Thursday.
Turkey Thursday. I mean, it's just Thanksgiving Day. That's the day we get the turkey.
People eat ground turkey.
No, I know. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I like the Meatless Monday thing. I mean, there's a million things. Like snack days, like healthy snacks. People are back to school right now. How about edible gifts? How about, Christmas is coming up. Holidays are coming up. I mean, seriously, there's so many things, okay? Everybody kind of gets that, right? Where are you going to find this information on objections? Go to the Dash, because that's where you're going to find lots of information and lots of amazing training is at the Dash. Got it? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Absolutely. All right. Now that I've feared all about a different 100 times. I think this is you, right? Louise?
Okay, so Patty mentioned Dash just a second ago, and there is some incredible training there. So you want to start with the welcome and the getting started section. The interesting thing, or the cool thing with Dash, is the more you do, the more that opens up for you and the more that will become available. So start with your welcome and getting started. You'll set goals. You'll learn about the rewards like Patty just went over with you during this call. You'll discover your why, that what I talked about earlier. You'll start planning your first parties and so much more in this training program. Also, you want to look for the Teach Me webinar 101 and 201. Also in the first getting started section, you'll see where the launch list is, and they'll be talking about that as well. You can print that off if you have not already done so, and you can get started with making your list.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Additional training. So we have a great team. This is a wonderful group of ladies and gentlemen, and there's something called Virtual PC Team Training on Facebook. You want to look for that. So much information on there. And there's also something called PCTeamTraining.com. And that, I don't know, you do need the password for that. So it is 2020 Vision. And there's tons
Capital
of,
V.
Huh?
Capital V.
with a
Capital
capital V.
2020 Vision.
2020
Capital V.
Vision with the capital V. Lots of additional training and information on there as well. So they're both called PC Team Training. One is the virtual on Facebook and one is the .com. And again, that talks about the Dash training, which I already talked about. All right.
Okay.
You know, training is one of the most important things. So y'all are here, so that is like huge. That's great. And keep up with the training. Like anytime you can get on a call. I know that Jennifer, I think you said that you get on these calls a lot. I think Emily said she pops on a lot as well. Anytime you can get on a call, it's good because you hear something new each time, or somebody different will speak on the topic and they'll have something else or their spin on it. So you can never not have enough training. So your action plan, step 1 is you want to envision your why and create your goal. So write that down. I have a, what's that board called? A vision board in my office on my wall, right up. I'm looking at it right there. So I created that, and it's just cut out from magazines. So if that's what you want to do to keep you motivated, do that. But have your why also written out somewhere. You can put it on your computer or on your refrigerator, something that'll keep you going. Step 2 is you want to obviously make your launch list. Step 3 is you want to pick your party dates. So when you are asking somebody about hosting a party, always have 2 dates, your first available and then your second available date. So if you're doing it weekly, like I set mine up on Sunday, so you're going to have Sunday the 8th or Sunday the 13th or whatever it is. Contact your friends, family, acquaintances to offer a party. You want to do the training by Stephanie Richardson on the 5 contacts, and track your contacts. So in our call next week, we're going to be talking about different ways to track your contacts. But for now, get yourself a notebook and write it down, because believe me, you will not remember. You think you'll remember, but you won't remember. So track your contacts and what they actually said to you. One way I like to do it is so that you're not writing it down by everybody's name. You just have a code. You have a code. So you have your an index. Create yourself an index. So all you got to do is you have, I called Mary Jane, and Mary Jane said whatever 1, which 1 would be, I'm busy this week, contact me in 3 weeks. Or whatever, I don't know. Just figure out your way of tracking your contacts. Dash training. How many points can you have by our next call? So y'all go and see how many points you have on there and see how many more you can get. I'm telling you, it's addicting. Once you get started with the Dash training and you see your points go up, you just keep going to get more points. So it's very addicting. You want to check in, obviously, with your recruiter or your director. And we'll be back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for some more additional training. So for those that don't know, we alternate these every other week. Well, we do them every week, but it's like call 1, and the next week will be call 2, and then we'll go back to call 1 and call 2.
Yeah. And we always throw some other content in there. So we like
Yeah,
you.
we always throw something in there, something new.
Okay.
Questions and answers. So let now be the start of more income, more flexibility, and life on your own terms. And then that next one, surround yourself with people who get happy when something amazing happens to you. And you know what? That's what I love about Pampered Chef and everybody in general with Pampered Chef. We all are happy and are cheering you on. So you are in the
Absolutely.
right place.
I'm going to stop screen share for now because otherwise I can't see your cute little faces. So this is-
Miss Patty,
yes.
I need to go. There's a problem in one of my
Yeah,
parties.
yeah, Bill. I'm sorry. I think I did it, but I think I did a private message. Yeah, I totally understand. If you have any questions, Belle, please just feel free to reach out to me. Rahama will answer your questions, whatever you need.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm
Okay,
sorry, y'all.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nucky ducky. Yeah, if you guys have any questions,
Jennifer, what does 2410 mean?
yeah.
That's my dash numbers that I'm up to.
Oh,
Oh, what up,
wow.
girl?
That's a lot.
Yeah,
What
I'm like
Wow.
at the top until I become director. I guess I can't go any further. I have to do a couple, testings and lives and things like that. But I'm about
Yeah.
as
What about
like
the
it's great. It's
Yeah,
it's
Wow, that's
very. I mean,
really good.
when I first started, Darlene's like, don't wait to do your dash until you start your parties. You can do it along as you progress. And I just made it a habit every night to do at least 5. I said, I'll just do 5 a night. And then I did 5 on lunch because I have a daytime job too, and I did
Yeah.
5, it's fun. And
I
you
know,
learn.
right?
It's
Oh my
easy.
gosh.
You learn. You answer a lot of your questions and you don't feel as lost during your regular parties when you're new. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
And that's really great because if you're doing that during your lunch hour or you're doing that later at night, like you're committed. How long are they, or short are they?
Oh, they're a minute. Some are 2. But
Yeah.
you can knock them out.
Girl, you're gonna do it.
That's great. That's awesome.
I think that's 2. Again, we didn't pay you, right?
So Jennifer, whose team is she on? Who's the
Darlene,
superstar?
Darlene Chatham. Darlene Chatham. Yeah. I'm gonna go tell Darlene that you're just like this little golden nugget we just
I just keep telling it's fun. It's really a hobby for me, but there's so much of a challenge with it. It makes it fun. So there's lots of things that I work towards, and I really like making my own graphics and being creative and doing a lot of things that I do that I learned at work. I apply to this job, so it's a lot of fun.
What do you do? What do you do full time?
I used to work in marketing for 20 years, and I'm now I'm a training analyst. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. I think your name is gonna be on next week's call. We're just gonna use you as. What are you doing next week at this time?
I'll probably be on here.
Sure. Now I know for sure. Love that. I think you should. I mean, holy Toledo, you are doing it. That is great. You did this a couple times. So every single time you said something.
Yeah.
You
I try to take away something and give something. So
Yeah.
it's been real good.
Yeah.
But that I can really relate to the booking issue. That was a stump for me too for a long time. And like I tell Darlene, I live in Pensacola, Florida, but all my peeps are in Ohio. It's just how it worked out.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, for sure. It's okay, right?
That's right.
I think it's great. I can't find you. I was looking for you. I was like, believe it or not, I can't believe there's 2 Jennifer Smiths. Who are you actually under?
Darlene.
Are you under Darlene?
Mhm.
Wow, that's so weird. Why can't I find you? I gotta go find you. I see a Jennifer Smith, but that's not you. What the heck? I'm not.
Jennifer, what is your last name?
Brink.
Yeah, it's Brink,
Oh.
Patty.
Oh my God, what was I thinking?
I don't know, because I'm looking at the thing here. It says Jennifer Brink. I'm like, why did you say Smith?
Because I don't have good glasses. And I see Jennifer Smith. There's not even a Smith on here. I'm just going to tell you. There is not even a Smith on here. I was like, okay.
Well, Patty, you guys did a good job as always tonight. And I did find what we're supposed to do if you want to ask
Oh,
me
yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So I hope you guys join
Yeah.
us tomorrow night when we talk about
Oh,
virtual
yeah.
stars. So,
Yeah. We have more training, just in case.
so I'm going to sign off. You guys
All
take
right.
care.
All right, Marie, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so tomorrow is a bonus training, really.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you would call it, Patty? Like a
Yes,
bonus,
yes.
extra special?
So we're going to do a little bit on how to create a virtual party from start to finish. So
Well, that'd be good.
doing theme shows. Yeah, I'm kind of
Mhm.
excited. I better do my part because my part's not done. I better stop recording. Hold on, I'm going to stop recording because I can't put anything more on this.
Incriminate
But
yourself.
our bloopers.